people, this is GentleStroke, and I'm so excited to come to you today with my first ever video and my first sketchbook tour. And I decided to start this as my first video mainly because I thought it would be a good way to kind of share with you my personality and what I enjoy to draw, so you can decide if you want to subscribe and to press the notification so you can figure out whenever you want to see one of my videos. So let's start off with this video. This is my sketchbook, and as you can see, it's literally destroyed. I used to have a little picture on here, but I took it off because it got super dirty. I would always bring this to school, so when I set it down, the edges would come off, and since it was taped on, when I pulled it off, it had a bunch of, left lots of marks, so it does look extremely ugly right now, So this is my first page. This is just one of my first watercolor pictures, and I did this with very, very cheap watercolors because I don't have enough money yet to buy like good watercolors. So that's something I'm saving up for so I can give you guys better quality pictures. But anyway, this picture kind of looks super messy, but I liked it because it was a good opener with some color and stuff. As you can see, a little smudge from my name, GentleStroke, got onto the paper, so it kind of made it even more messy than it was before. But anyway, so this is probably one of the scariest pictures I've ever drawn, and it's kind of morbid, but there's like a tentacle coming out of her heart and like a shadow behind her, and I guess it's just, I don't know, some type of scary picture. I honestly have no idea what I did. I just decided to experiment. Right over here, I did the right hand and left hand challenge, and you can obviously see I am terrible as a left hand artist. But anyway, I am very good at right hand, but even though, because I am right-handed, my picture still looks like weird. There's something weird about it. I feel like it's something about the hair right there. So both of these didn't really look as good as I wanted them to, but it's fine. That day I was trying out a new style, and this one I loved until I used like a marker to put some purple in. I usually don't color my pictures because I feel like they get ruined if you do that, but really it's not true. I just don't like it. I just like leaving it as pencil, and I feel like it's so beautiful and simple. So I recommend this website for anyone who's struggling with anatomy. I found it off a Gel Arts video, and she's probably one of my favorite YouTubers ever. But this is the website she talks about. And don't worry, the people are clothed in the website, so you don't have to worry about that. But it's super good for anyone struggling with anatomy. This one, I was just practicing on hair blowing in the wind. This is probably like my first ever eyeball I ever drew. And I'm so proud of it because, like I said, it was one of the first I did. And I was just so proud of it because, I mean, the shading was pretty and like the eyeball was good. I don't know, I just really, really liked it, so I put it in here. So this is probably my terrible page, and every sketchbook should have a terrible page because it just shows, you know, some of your worst, but while showing some of your best. So it shows that you're not always perfect, and I think that's a cool thing to add in your sketchbook. But anyway, so these two I was working on bangs, so it didn't really turn out right, and some of the anatomy was a little bit weird. This one, it was just a romance picture because I've never drawn romance before, so I was trying to get into it. This is the only picture I'm proud about on this page, and I was sitting in church, and a girl in front of me named Violet, she's one of my friends, was just sitting there, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to draw her. And I would recommend live art for anyone also struggling with anatomy because it helps you see in front of you how everything works together. So it's a cool thing to do. So, this is when I was going through an elephant phase. There was this nice lady at a craft fair that gave me my first blending stick, and she was drawing elephants, and they're just so beautiful. I just wanted to try them out, and I'm just like, she was so nice. I just love that lady, so it was great. This is a mushroom. I was just bored one day, and I decided to draw a mushroom, and I added some color to the page, but it didn't really work out, so this page still looks pretty bland and boring, so that's what happened there. So before you all judge me super bad, this is the first time I ever drew a cavalier. And as you can see, the head is basically a circle in this. And the ears are too flat. Like, the anatomy was just wrong. And I was super sad about how it turned out. But you'll be proud to see that the next day I tried it out. And the anatomy was a lot better. The head is still a little bit more circular than I would want it to be. But I improved a lot on some of the stuff I was working on. You can see, like, that was the 28th of September and this was the 29th. So over just a day, it improved drastically. But anyway, this is just a picture from a very old sketchbook. I just really enjoyed it, so I decided to put it in here because I wasn't going to do anything with that sketchbook. This is my color page, and these are actually Faber-Castell colored pencils, and I would highly recommend these colored pencils to anyone. They're just amazing. They just flow across the page. These ones are Target colored pencils, and you could just tell the difference between how they felt, and it was amazing. So this is my practice pages. I was practicing noses, which I'm still very bad at, and those were working on anime eyes, and that didn't work out that well. Really, the only thing that worked out well on this page was my mouths, because I was working on those. This is my ideas and some of the faces I like trying to do. This is when I was practicing birds. And as you can see, they're terrible, so don't judge me. But the next picture, I was working on hands, and I was very proud of this picture because I don't like drawing hands. And I improved a lot with this, and I decided to add an OK sign to add some humor to it. This is the You Draw, I Draw challenge. And this is a super fun challenge to do. Have like a friend draw something. My friend Jonah drew this, and then you draw a version of it, and that was mine. Yeah, it was fun. I was practicing dogs over here, and I figured out that I'm not good at drawing fluffy dogs, but I'm very good at drawing like the wrinkly dogs like pugs and French bulldogs. So that's a very eye-opening experience for me because I was able to figure out what I'm good at and what I'm not good at. This is when I was working on shading because I wanted to practice some of that. This is an Instagram account, ideas, and I'll tell you people when it does come out. I'm still working on the logistics of it. This is when I was practicing cats, and I actually worked on this while watching a Gel Arts video again, because she was drawing cats at the time, so I decided to practice too. This is when I was practicing fish, which was also from a Gel Arts video. And just to tell people, this is not my idea. This is from a Gel Arts video, but I was just so inspired by what it looks like, I decided to try to do my own of it. And it was very, very good for me because I was able to see probably more art styles and to figure out more about how I would like to draw it. And because of this, it was so much fun. I enjoyed it a lot drawing what she did. So just tell you, this is not my idea. This is Gel Arts video idea. So over here, I was just practicing faces. And in case you haven't noticed yet, I don't draw people with faces. Faces scare me a lot, and I don't like putting faces on people. So just to let you know, a lot of these people won't have faces on, and I've been working on trying to improve and get rid of that fear, but it's still so haunting for me, so yeah. This was when I was working on bunnies, and I just was drawing randomly, and it was Evie with his eyes scribbled out, so that one was kind of weird. So next, this was just little YouTube tips. I was watching a Brushes and Bunnies live stream, and she answered one of my questions, and I took notes while she was giving me all this advice, and I was so happy that she mentioned my name on her channel because I love her so much. This is when I was working on Tom Holland, and I literally love Spider-Man, and I got so sad when he died in Infinity War, so that's why I was working on drawing him because he's just such a cool guy. He's so awesome. I love Spider-Man. So this is more bird practice, and as you can see, my anatomy is a lot better. I just woke up one day and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna work on birds. And it worked a lot for me. I've been improving a lot. I was able to do more stuff like that. and the anatomy was a lot better. And I also drew a flamingo because those are a little bit weird. So this was a picture from like 2016, but I was looking through old sketchbooks and I found it and I was like, you know, I want to put this in my sketchbook because I love it so much. But it's like my wedding reception. I was planning it one day and I drew this and I really like it. I mean, like I wasn't too bad back then, but I worked a lot more. I used a lot of shading back then, and some of the shading doesn't make sense. Like for some reason there's shading right there, but somehow the cake has shading over there. Like it just doesn't work out right now, so I'm working on that stuff. Over here I had more ideas. This is probably my cringy page. I drew a cringy picture of Thanos, because why not? And I like this picture because it's just an earth with a bunch of designs around it. This is probably the first time I tried out anime, and there's just a kid named Kyle, and I decided to draw him with the Infinity Gauntlet because I was just having some fun. But yeah. And to close this video up, we have a picture that my friend Aliza drew, and I just love it so much because she added shading to the sun, and I just thought it was so funny because I'm like, the sun doesn't have shading, Aliza. But she's just such an amazing person. She's so kind, and she's so supportive of my art, even though she's just a friend. She's not like my family or anything. But she's just so nice, so cute, and I love her so much. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you'll press the red button below, subscribe, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up to this video if you enjoyed it. I'm so happy that you've joined me today, and yeah, have a great day.